Hello, kids. Good day. How are you today? I hope you're fine. Well, I would like to know whether you have experienced going down a slide. If you ask me, of course, I have experienced that and it's a lot of fun. What about you? Have you tried going down a slide in a pool or maybe in a playground? Have you noticed that the steeper the slide is, the faster you go? That's true. And also the smoothness and the wetness of the slide affect the speed of your fall. And that is because of friction and gravity. Friction and gravity affect your speed in sliding. Friction and gravity not only affect the way you slide, but also in our daily life. Simple walking, running, jogging, going up the stairs, going down the stairs, they are affected by gravity and friction. Both gravity and friction are actually forces. Do you still remember your lesson on force? What is a force? You still remember? Force is either a push or a pull that makes objects go in motion. Okay, so that will be our topic for today, gravity and friction. That is the reason why in this third quarter, our first topic is about friction and gravity. So, let's talk about gravity. What's gravity? Gravity is actually the force that pulls everything on Earth. If you are aware, there is a saying that goes, everything that goes up will eventually go down. What does that saying mean? Actually, that saying is based on the principle of Isaac Newton. Sir Isaac Newton, the principle of gravity. That everything that has mass exerts gravity. And because the earth is very big, it's a very big object, it has this gravitational force, which is pulling things toward the earth. And that is the reason why things are not floating on earth. We are not floating on earth. We can walk properly, we can run properly, we can put things on steady position. That is because of gravity. Because if it were not for gravity, things would be falling apart, things would be just floating anywhere and everywhere. And this gravity lessens in smaller objects, such as the moon. Like when astronauts went to the moon, there is still gravity, but because the moon is smaller than the earth, it exerts less gravitational pull compared to the earth. So that when you walk on the moon, you don't walk, what do you call this? The same as how we walk here on earth. They call the walk there moonwalk, as if you're half walking, half floating. Because the weight there of people, the weight there of things is less. So if you're very heavy here on earth, well, you try to go to the moon because your weight will go very, very low. It goes less when you stay in the moon because there is less gravity in there. So that's gravity. Gravity is a non-contact force. So meaning to say that even if the objects are not in contact with each other, gravity could still pull you. Okay? However, when we talk about friction, friction is a contact force. This is the force that is happening in objects which are in contact with each other. Let's talk about friction, and gravity. Take a bottle of water. Now this bottle of water, if you don't hold it tightly, it may eventually fall. Why? because there is a pull, there is a force that's pulling it down. And what do you think is that force? That is gravity. But if you hold it tightly and there is contact, proper contact between the bottle and your fingers, okay, you will not let this bottle fall down. It won't fall down. And the reason is because there is much friction between your hand and the bottle. But let's say, for example, your hand is oily because you have just touched a bottle of oil and you have put some oil in your fingers. And your fingers, your hand, become very slippery. So what happens is that this bottle that you're holding may become very slippery, and you may decrease the friction between the surface of the bottle and your fingers. And this may cause gravity to pull it down, that will cause your bottle to eventually fall down. So see, there is a lot of relevance when we talk about friction and gravity. There is interrelation between friction and gravity. Let's take, for example, another example. If you have this car, okay, you have this car, and this car is running on a smooth surface. Do you think this car would move fast? Let us see. Let's try. See? It moves very, very fast. Wait. Oops. Oopsie, whoopsie. See? Moves very fast because if you have noticed, our surface is very smooth. Now let's try this type of cloth, which is furry. Let's see if the car would run as fast as it did a while ago. Did it run the same way as how it ran a while ago? The answer is no. Why? Because if your surface is not that smooth, there is more friction. And when there is more friction between the tires of your car and the surface, what happens is your car moves very slow. But if your surface is smooth, your car moves fast, very fast. So that is friction. Now let's talk about gravity. If we try to have this car, okay, and then we try to put it in an inclined plane. Do you think the car would run fast? What about if it's going up? If it's going up a slope, do you think it would run as fast as it when it was going down? No. Why? Because when your car is moving up, there is this pull of pull of gravity, which is pulling your car down, although its motion is going up. So that movement of your car opposes the direction of your gravity. Your gravity is pulling it down, but your car wants to move up. So this way, your car moves very slowly. But if your car is moving down a slope, it moves fast. Why? Because the direction of your car is going down, and at the same time, the pull of gravity is pulling it down. So the speed of your car increases. So see? So what do you do to prevent your car from running very, very fast when you are from uphill and going downhill? What you do is you try to apply brakes. So when you are applying brakes, your brakes would try to be in contact with your wheels so that your wheels would move a little slower. Is that clear? So you see, even in our daily life, even in our simple life, gravity and friction affect us. Gravity and friction are both forces, but they act in different ways. And sometimes they work together, and sometimes they don't. They work separately. But all in all, friction and gravity are two very important forces that are present in our daily life. I hope you understand our lesson on gravity and friction. I hope I have made your lesson on gravity and friction easier. Thank you, and see you on my next video. Bye. God bless you.